I'm back. Back for more. So what I decided to do is paint over this painting. If you were here earlier, I was trying to do a quick painting because I had to go help somebody. I just got done helping them, so I'm back now. What I'm going to do is just redo this whole painting. I had a tree over here, a tree over here. It was a mess. I had a big tree in the middle here. So what I'm basically doing is I'm putting fresh color over it now. Uh, just some blues up here in the sky, and then I'm going to basically redo the painting. I kind of like this white in this cerulean blue. Look at that, how bright it is. So I think I'm going to put that up in the sky. Doesn't that look awesome? Mix a little white into that blue, and look at that. Really, really nice color. So this was the same painting I had just a while ago. Man, I didn't even post it because the painting, this was terrible. Uh, so I'm just kind of showing you, like, if you're doing a painting and it looks bad and you just keep working it and it gets worse, just start over again. You can kind of see I left the mountains in there a little bit. So that's what I'm basically doing here. Just I'm bluing out the sky again. Put some different color blue in here. Look at that. My next endeavor is I want to do maybe like ocean scenes with nice waves and stuff like that crashing in on rocks. So I'll probably be learning that in the next month or two. But this is the same painting I had an hour ago. I'm just painting over it because it was pretty bad. So I'm starting over with the sky, and then I'm going to redo the mountains right now, and then do a different landscape. You can see part of the landscape down here. It was pretty bad. They don't always all come out looking good, my paintings. That's why I like to do them live, and then you can kind of see what I go through sometimes. I'm using, it's all Amsterdam. It's not the cheapest paint. I mean, you could get Liquitex is a little cheaper than this, and I think even Winsor & Newton is a little cheaper. So the reason why this Amsterdam's a little higher priced is because I think it's made in the Netherlands. I just want to get some different colors in the sky right now. I'm just gonna kind of blend in some white in here just to get some action going on up here. I'm going to design a cool mountain here, a really cool one. Uh, of dark. Maybe with a bunch of peaks up there. There we go. The mountain's kind of high, huh? It's pretty high, so I'm going to put another mountain my main mountain here. And that's going to be just the mountain in the background there. Okay, very good. I think I want to do orange. Like an orangey color down here. I've never done that before. Let's put some orange down here and see what happens. I think it'll look cool. So I'm just going to run green grass all the way down now. Some sap green and some light green and white, just to get some different tones down here. Maybe a hill right here. And I'll put a hill over here. Cool. I kind of like that color in there. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll see. This is a paint over. You can see I'm painting over the old color down here now. I'm going to have some water down here. been a while. It's been a while since I just put water like right in the front there. It's been a long time. It really has. So the one thing I've been having fun with is some rocks. Let me put some rocks down here. We'll put them in black, and then I can highlight them with white and gray. Make a little, maybe I'll make a little fishing spot right there with some brown dirt. So you could sit right here and do your fishing. Maybe even sit on the rocks here. There we go. I got the Dundee award right here for somebody. Somebody's going to win the Dundee report award. One of my subscribers. So if you're just joining in, this was that painting I was doing an hour ago. It was terrible. I painted over it all. I had trees here, here, a small little mountain in there. It was pretty bad. So I painted over it. So I'm hoping I can salvage it. This one has a hole in the canvas here. So I'm pretty much, I was using it for practice. So I was trying to practice doing some impressionism. It didn't work out because I'm still working on my impressionism. It's a lot harder than you think. I think I'm going to put a little, just a little peak back here. Put one here. Wow. Man. This was my original mountain back here, but it was too high, so I lowered this down so I didn't have to mess with too much landscape here. I don't know why I did that because I'm off tomorrow. I don't have to go to work in the morning, so I think this blue is going to look good. Let me test it here. Sometimes you hit it just right. You get the right color for this shady side of the mountain. Sometimes it'll turn out too dark. But look, this blue, I kind of like it. It's kind of like a dull blue. Let me zoom in a little more on the mountain so you can see how I do it. I kind of covered that quite a bit. You don't have to cover all the black underneath. You can leave some of it exposed like that. See what I mean? Leave some of the gray in there. Look at this. This looks pretty amazing back here already. When you do your mountains, you see how this white came all the way out here? You got to put the shade underneath it. Don't forget about even all this white, all the white that comes out like this. You got to have some kind of shade underneath it as well. See? It's going to make it look like some kind of shelf right there. Okay? Man, that mountain looks pretty wicked, man. I like doing mountains. Let's see who's in here. Nobody. All right. That's all right. I got my chat on. If anybody wants to ask questions, I am available. I think I'm going to do a little work on my mountain since I don't have to work tomorrow. So I'm going to put a little gray just next to some of this white to darken it up a little, just to make the mountain look a little different. It's just going to create some different shadows on the mountain, okay? And you just got to kind of pick out certain places. That looks good. Remember that yellow I put in there? I'm going to leave it because I'm going to have trees here and here. If you're an oil painter and you're starting acrylic like I did, you can still soften your mountain. Just get a wet brush and pull the bottom of the blue down a little and then lightly blend it. Just wet your brush a little because this paint dries fast, so you got to wet the paint a little and then lightly blend it. It'll kind of soften it up a little bit. I'm going to put a little white down here. try and make it look like some fog in there. There we go. Wow. This is looking pretty good. There's my crazy world. Hopefully you're all doing good today. That's a big mountain back there, huh? I should hit that. I should do it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So in my white, I'm gonna put a little gray in it. So it's a little, it's grayer than this white here, okay? Because the snow back here wouldn't look as white because it's further back. And I'm just going to put a little snow on these peaks. I think it'll look cool. And then the other side will be a bluish gray. A bluish gray. It's further back, so I'm not going to do much detail work on it. There we go. I think that'll work. I didn't want to leave it just gray. I'm going to blend it down so it maybe it looks further back. There we go. Wow. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm liking it. I want to put a light blue around the mountain here. Wow, that looks pretty good. It's going to even be lighter over here. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. That looks cool. Putting a lot of work in these mountains. These look amazing though. See how this one looks more defined, so it stands out more. I tried to blend those down in the back so they look further back. It kind of looks like that. I think it worked good enough. Very cool. I'm going to put some trees down here. It's going to be a dark green. I might have to lighten them up, but I'm going to put them in dark first. Very nice. See how it looks cool on top of this yellow here? Whenever you do your mountain, you want this valley to be a little lighter so these trees show up a little better, you know. This one's turning out pretty good, man. It looks like an oil painting to me. It just has that feel. Maybe because I painted over the other painting. So there's lots of layers of paint on here, okay? So I want to do some trees. On this hill too, because I don't like the way this mountain here looks, so I'm just gonna try and cover this with we'll put a few trees up here like this. Just like that. I'll highlight those. Very good. So I think I'll have a few bushes here, but I'm going to run my big trees from here. I'll have bushes on this water here. I put my bushes in dark and then I'll highlight them in a little bit if you're new to the channel. Yeah, that way I can run a few big trees up into the sky here. I'm going to do skinny, a couple skinny evergreen trees. Really tall, skinny. So when I do this, I stay on my trunk and I just touch, and then I'll get wider as I come down. Keep it skinny though. I want some of this color to show through here on the side. And then I'll probably do a small one right here. That looks good. See how I got it going into the sky? Looks pretty cool. Let me finish my water. These fan brushes they're pretty nice for making bushes. This is cool. I get to put a reflection in this water here. It's going to look pretty nice. I haven't done a water like this, a water scene for a while. All those bushes I get to reflect into the water. It's going to look pretty cool. Even though there's not a lot of trees in here, like evergreen trees, I think it's still going to look good. I'll just make some cool bushes down here. And some cool clouds. Yeah. I think it's going to turn out good. Let me do these rocks real quick. I'm going to do the top part of the rocks first. And there we go. You could sit right there and fish. Wow. Those are some cool rocks, man. Cool rocks. I can't believe how this one turned out. Let's see if anybody's in here yet. Nope. All right, I'm gonna do the reflection now. I'm gonna try and do this the easy way. I'm going to use a filbert brush, okay? This is the same color as what's up here. So you want to kind of mimic what's up here on the shore in the water. So I'm just going to pull the color down. You get it kind of close to what's up there. Just like that over here. Got to go quick because this paint dries fast. And then for the tree, just kind of make a triangle for the tree like that, and pull it all down. And now clean your brush off real quick. and it's going to be a little wet. Now take your brush and go across it. And you can thin it out a little bit with your brush so you get rid of some hard edges in there. Just keep going across it till the brush is wet. Now take your knife, this kind of knife, we're going to run a water line straight across there, okay? In white. Get a really thin, let's do half of it this way and half of it that way. Just straight across. Get some more paint and we'll do the other half this way. There we go. Look at that. Look at that reflection, man. Isn't that cool? Everybody left on the best part. You can let that white, don't hit it anymore because it soaks in and it flattens out on its own. But put a few lines in the reflection a little bit. Just a few. Really small if you can. And then it's going to look like water. Okay. Doesn't that look cool? I got 2 thumbs ups already. Wow. This is coming out pretty good. I don't like the way the mountain came out there. I kind of blended it too much, I think. I might come back and hit some color right in there. That's all. At the very end. Look at that reflection, man. That's cool. I guess it is kind of late, huh? It's 9:15 here. I don't think there'd be too many people on right now. So I'm going to do these just with yellow ochre. This whole painting I've been using Amsterdam paint. It's pretty good for landscapes. It's made in the Netherlands. I try a lot of different paints out, okay, to test which ones are the best. And it depends what you're doing. This is more of a realistic landscape. I'm going to put a little burnt umber in it. A little orange. Or red. You know, if you put a little red in your yellow ochre, you'll get orange ochre. So, because they don't make orange ochre, you got to kind of make it yourself. So, let's do some bushes here. I think what I'm going to do is make them brown first and then put yellow ochre on top, okay? So, let me rinse my brush off. I'm going to grab my burnt umber. It has a little black in it, okay? When I use these colors, I don't use them right out of the tube. I mix something with it. So I'm just going to turn these brown real quick, okay? Because the yellow ochre will look better on top of a brown color. So this is a burnt umber. Just turn the whole bush brown. Some of that green will show through too. It'll be kind of cool. So you get different layers. Wow. That looks pretty good like that. All right, give me a second, then I'll put the yellow ochre on here. Boo. So if you're just joining in, I just got done doing this reflection in the water here. It was really easy. It's a really cool technique. If you're a painter, you could go back and look and see how he did it. These bushes, they were green, and then I put burnt umber on it. So I'm going to highlight it now with yellow ochre. They just look good. They look, it looks better with brown underneath. With the yellow ochre. I'm making them big bushes, so just so I can go quicker. Cool. Cool. Now, in a little bit, I'm gonna put some yellow in there and give it some more color. Take your brush at the bottom and push it in to let that brown show through at the bottom for a shadow. Just push the paint in. Trying to let the shadow show up underneath. Let's try a little yellow. This is a bright yellow, and I'm going to hit it in a few places just to get some different tones in the bush. See how it makes different colors? And you can even use a light green in there and some orange. Grab a little red and put it into your yellow ochre. Just a little red. And let's put a little orange in here as well. Just in a few places. Okay. Cool. All right, that way they don't all look like the same yellow ochre color. And looks pretty good. little white. That'll soak in and change. It'll change a little bit the color. You'll see in about a minute that white will change. All right, those are done. Kind of like those. I want to try my liner brush. It's a really thin, really thin liner brush, but it works good. All right, that's enough. Cool. Put some over the rocks here. All right. I could do that later. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to try a light blue on this tree here. A very light blue color. These are going to turn into maybe Japanese maple trees back here. And I'm going to leave those the way they are. Check this out. I'm going to glaze all this with yellow. See how this green looks the same as this green? So I want to lighten that up. You just take a clean brush, wet, and it's really wet. It's almost like watercolor, and we're going to just glaze this grass back here with a wet brush with yellow. Just glaze it like this. That's it. Let it soak in, and now we got two different colors here. We can hit a little bit up here on this hill. Maybe the sun's hitting like right in there, okay? Just, this is just like really a wet brush with just a little yellow on it. It's probably gonna soak in and get a little darker, but it still looks good. Wow, this is really looking good. I'm looking in the camera now because I was standing so close to that thing. It's really, really taking shape now. You see how I got some white up here already in the sky? It looks like you can use that to your advantage when you put your clouds up. It might give you ideas where to put your clouds. It's looking pretty good. I think I need some bushes in the front here, and then I think that'll be it. I'll do the clouds and throw some birds up there. It's looking pretty good for an hour. I just got like 57 minutes into this one. It was a paint over. If I see a lot of people are just joining in, I painted over a painting that wasn't coming out too good. Let me do the clouds while there's a few people in here. I'll show you the way I do my clouds. I'm using this all Amsterdam acrylic paint, okay? When I paint a painting, I try and use the same brand, like Winsor Newton. Today I'm using Amsterdam. I have Artist Loft. Artist Loft level 2. I mean, it's pretty good for landscapes. I'm sure y'all have your favorite brands. I've tried them all out. They all work good. I think the Utrecht is my favorite. Utrecht paint. Trying to make it look like it's going off to the distance there. Kind of looks like it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll do it on this side as well. Pretty cool. Oh, we got someone in the chat room. Right on. Amira, how you doing? Thanks. I'm glad you like it. I was trying to make these clouds look like, you know, they're going off to the distance. But it's such a small painting, so it's hard to get the right technique. But it kind of looks like it is. I'll put some shadows underneath. Let's put some shadows. If you do these shadows, start with a light gray. Uh, Start with a light gray and then work your way up if you want it darker. Because if you make it too dark, you might not like it. There we go. Kind of like that. You gotta, I'm gonna rinse my brush and put a little white on my brush. Just a little bit of white and try and soften some of the gray on the top there. Kind of did it already, so it looks good. All right, let me move on. Those are cool clouds. You could do, let me show you these clouds. You could put little, I call them streaker clouds. Put a little bit of paint on the tip of your diamond knife. And let's put some streaks in here. Just streaks. You could put them over the other clouds. It'll look like they're layered then, okay? You don't have to do too many of them. Just to make it look like there's some layering going on in there. That's good enough. I'll put one at the top. Make it more obvious. Across that big one there. There we go. All right. There we go. So now it looks like there's layers going on up there. Got to put the birds up there. I hope you guys are enjoying this one. Pretty good. It's been an hour and 10 minutes. I think I'm going to end this one. Let me look at it and see what else needs to be done. There's still a lot to do on it. I like the colors. I got like this purple over here, yellow ochre, green, blue. I like that distant mountain back there. It really adds a lot to it. I live in Seattle. Are you new to the channel? Yeah, I've never seen you in here. Amira? That's where I'm up. This is mine, my pin, up here in Seattle. So I got people from Europe. See all those pins over there? Florida, Canada, Texas. If you tell me where you're from, I'll put your pin in there. Europe, all right. What part of Europe? Germany? Did you guys, are you guys new? I'll show you the painting I did earlier. Check this one out. I put that on X, and they really liked this one. I'm practicing my trees. These I usually do a lot of evergreen trees, but I was practicing my trees, so, and colors. I wanted to use a lot of colors, so that's why those are like those colors. But when you do landscapes, you got to put colors in there, because otherwise it's just going to look like blue and green, you know. So you got to make the painting look colorful or it won't sell. Yeah, my trees are getting better. That's what I'm going to practice on tomorrow. I'm going to do a couple more of these type of, I don't have enough of these because I'm going to start selling in a couple weeks. So I want to have more like this to sell. I got a lot of mountain paintings for sure. So I always do mountains and water. Oh, that's what I can do real quick. Let me do the trail while I got some people in here. I'll show you how I do the trail. I'm sure you've seen it already. But I'll run a trail from maybe back here through the trees and then to the water here. Doesn't take that long. You just put a little white on your tip. And I want the trail to start up here. And bring it over to the edge of those trees. And then I'm going to sneak it through these trees here. And then bring it up on this hill. And then bring it from here down to the water here. Just like that. Wow, that looks cool. I love doing those trails, man. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it there. It's been a long day, and I still got some stuff to do on this. I'm going to put some bushes here, fix this groundwork up. How do you like these rocks? These rocks are cool. I'll probably put another tree here next to this guy, a small one, maybe two of them here. But I'm done for the night, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. Janie, yeah, good to see you back. Oh, that's right. Janie's from Denmark. Hold on, let me put you in there this time. I got the somebody's gonna win a Dundee Award. Did you ever watch that show, The Office? He would give these to his the Dundee Award to his workers. All right, so I got to put Denmark in there. And I don't know where Hamira's from. I'm making a better map, so we got Denmark is right above Germany, right? Yeah. Wow. That's a small country. All right. There you are, Janie. You're on there. Denmark. All right. Let's see where if Myra said anything. All right. I don't know. I got you in there though, Janie. Spilling up slowly. All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers, everybody.